Welcome to Gary's Graveyard Gramblings, and a Saturday afternoon grambling today, and we're on the south side. We don't often come in this side, usually because it's far too wet. So let's say hello to the General. Hello, General. And over there, round the corner, is Dracula's grave and the Brides of Dracula. So, rather inelegant turning round, but hello. And today we are on Margaret's bench. Now I thought I'd better come and do the grambling this afternoon because the weather's about to turn. Up until now, it's been as cold as a witch's tit. And in fact, it was so cold last night, one of my twin beds got in with the other one. One of my favourite jokes. An oldie but a goodie. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, he said, advisedly, we're going to talk about, well, I thought we'd talk about filth. And in particular, because one has to be precise about these things, filth on records from the 1970s. You see, I'm perspiring already, even at the thought. So, what brought this about, I don't hear you saying, on the world's least watched video blog? Well, it was actually when on the radio yesterday, I heard Millie Jackson's fabulous version of Some of the First Time. Some of the First Time from 1974, her version was. Now, of course, Bobby Goldsboro, he of America, had had a hit with this the previous year in the summer of 73 with Some of the First Time, and it was, quite frankly, filth. I'm sorry, there's no other word for it. Here am I, next to a Jesus shop, and all I'm hearing, apart from the wind, which is whistling around. By the way, did you know it was so cold in my garden yesterday that it froze my succulents? That's how cold it was. Well, anyway, so Bobby Goldsboro, Some of the First Time, which is a song about a young girl being deflowered. Now, I can't really put it. I have to be sensitive in this day and age because it's not the sort of subject one writes a pop record about now, to be honest. Oh, by the way, I'm on Margaret's bench. Did I say that? I'm on Margaret's bench. Look. You see? Just thought I'd mention it, just in case I didn't get it in. Which it was not the case for Bobby Goldsboro, because in his case he did get it in, and in the morning she woke up. She had been a girl, but she woke up a woman. Not quite sure what that was really all about, but you see, Millie Jackson, when she sang it the following year, my goodness, golly gosh, did she give absolutely the performance of her life, and she twisted it. She turned it from being a young girl. No, she didn't. I can't quite fathom this out. Bobby Golds was a man talking about, I think in Bobby Goldsboro's case, it was the young man who was turned into a man overnight by an older woman. In Millie Jackson's case, it was her being turned into a woman by an older man. I have no idea what I'm about here now. But this got me thinking. Filth in the 70s. Now, you see, in the very early 70s, when I was at school, we used to try and get away with playing filth at our school discos. And our favourite one was a beautiful, moving song called Wet Dream by Max Romeo. It was a reggae record. And my goodness me, when we put that on, we used to try and see how long it would be before a teacher told us to come and take it off. Sometimes we made it beyond a minute, but very rarely. The same, strangely, with Johnny Reggae by the Piglets, which some of you might remember. Now, back in the skinhead days of 1971, there was a line in that, which if you listen to it, she says, he's always on the phone to me. He's always on the bone. And on the bone meant, whoa. And we thought that was why the record was banned. But in fact, it never was banned. I think if it was not played very much by the BBC, it was probably because there's a bit of groaning in it, you know? And that got me to thinking about filth in the 70s. And probably the worst example I can think of was a song written by Errol Brown for the band Hot Chocolate from their 1976 album Man to Man. If you've got a copy, whip it out, put the last track on, and my goodness me, you're going to see You Sexy Thing in a different light when you hear the track called 17 Years of Age. Now, the 70s are known for them being, let's just say, a different age. But my goodness me, 17, of course, actually, if you think about it, I mean, Ringo Starr did that You're 16 song, which was from the 50s, wasn't it? All about girls coming of age. And, but the lyrics to 17 Years of Age have that very special twinge of hideousness, which means that you'll probably be arrested. If you ever do play it, make sure your windows are closed. Now, I think I've rambled on just about enough as I want to ramble on about filth in the 70s. Suffice to say, I do rather miss it. Not the licentious bits, but I do miss not being able to make records basically about being deflowered. My God. I nearly said something there, but I'm not going to follow that up. Instead, I'm going to go back to give you an update. In the last Graveyard Gramblings, I postulated on who these two men were that appeared at my flat in the Barbican following the murder, which they told me had taken place underneath my flat. Now, I was really hoping that somebody might have actually found out what that murder was and verified it, not just for what it was, but also the dates, because I'm a bit hazy on that. I think as I said in the video, I think it was about January or February 1977. And then all of a sudden, one of my friends said to me, wouldn't your mate Dave, who was a policeman in the City of London Police Force, be able to do some digging for you and find out, firstly, about the murder and verify that, and secondly, give some idea about what these two guys wandering around inside the Barbican might have been up to. So that's what I'm going to do. That's as far as I can give you, unless any of you have managed to come up with anything better in the meantime. Now, I think I better finish here because the sun is starting to go down gradually. Him round the corner will be waking up soon, and I daren't be here then. So I shall make this a short one, and I shall say, see you soon. Do keep your digging. If you manage to find out anything more about the story from Christmas, do let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, I shall simply say, salute.